I'm Nathan from Pack Hacker, and in this video we are taking a detailed look at the Chrome Industries Vega 2.0 transit brief, which I've been testing for the last 2 weeks. Head on over to packhacker.com for more information. Link is in the description down below. Let's dive in. Okay, so we will kick off this bag just with what's going on the outside, the materials. So on the front here, you can see there's this tarpaulin-like material on the front. It does add some weather resistance, and it definitely adds a kind of different dimension and look to this bag. However, I will just add that when it's not like completely full up, you know, you've got like a big coat in there or something and it's expanding, then it does have this kind of effect where it looks a little bit crinkly, and that does, I think, harms the aesthetic a lot. But a lot of bags with this kind of material will have that. People will either like it or not like it. I think for me, it just comes out on the positive end. I don't mind, you know, this crinkling a little bit because I think it adds something to the bag, and it's a nice durable material as well. Then the other stuff going on, we've got on the side here and then all along the back, we've got this 1680D ballistic nylon, which we've always had good experiences with in testing, super durable, and that makes up kind of everything else that isn't this tarpy-like material on the front. Then on the front as well, you can see this big chrome logo, not that big to be honest, but it stands out really well on the bag, so that's a solid piece of branding. We've got some attachment points here, and then on the bottom, haven't used these, and then on the side, we've got these weird kind of pockets, and at first you could think like, oh, maybe it's a water bottle pocket, but there's really not enough room to fit anything in. So not 100% sure the main use case of these. I haven't used them in testing, but we've got one on there and then one on the other side as well. Yeah, so not entirely sure, but they don't get in the way. We're not in use, but they're there on the outside of the pack if you do want to use them. And then I suppose kind of it's good to get quickly into just the ways you can kind of carry this bag. And that is one of the biggest selling points of this thing for sure, is there's loads of different ways to carry it, and it is a really versatile bag. So it's called a transit brief. So obviously you can carry this thing as a brief. As you can see here, it's got that kind of top handle, and it's pretty comfortable actually. It is Velcro-y, which I'm not a big fan of Velcro on bags. I understand why they're on there. I don't really like the Velcro. But it does keep it together, and this is really comfortable to carry it around like this as well. It does get a little bit heavy when you've got a laptop in it and stuff, but overall nice if you're just quickly carrying it from like your car to your office, something like that. Then this kind of brief hold works really well. And then outside of that, we've got this thing here, which is a shoulder strap. So this is if you want to wear it as a messenger bag, and this is typically how most people will probably carry it. It's definitely how I've carried it the most, and yeah, pretty comfortable. We like that this kind of goes along, and it will go over that buckle there as well. So it's fit me pretty well. It's fit Rebecca, who I'm 6'4", Rebecca's I think 5'7". It's fit both of us really well, and it's a really nice kind of seatbelt-like material strap as well. So really solid shoulder strap. I'll just take that off actually, because that is able to come off. You just kind of unclip it like that, and these are 360s here, so you know, if you put it on the wrong way, you can just flip the strap around. It's easy enough to do, and I'll take the other side off as well. Easy enough to bring off and attach, and there we go. So I'll just throw that to the bottom. Yeah, nice. So we've got 2 ways to carry it already, and we'll move quickly into the third way, which is as a backpack. So this is almost like a 3-way bag really, even though it's not specifically called that. But again, Velcro, not a huge fan, but I understand why they've put it on here, and it does work quite well. And basically you just bring that out, and there we go. Look at that. Shoulder strap. We'll do the other side as well. There we go. And we got 2 shoulder straps for backpack carry. Now what I will add is this is surprisingly comfortable. It's not, you know, the most ergonomic bag. You know, it doesn't have a curved back. There's really no not too much padding on the back here. You know, airflow isn't amazing, but it's not the biggest bag, and when it's on your back, I found it really comfortable to carry, surprisingly. It's a really sturdy kind of shoulder strap. Got some really solid buckles here as well. It's all really well made. These ones here are Duraflex, which we've always had good experiences with. Sternum strap, which I think is a tiny little bit overkill with a bag of this size, but ultimately sternum strap's all right. It can be a little hard to adjust, just with this strap here that I've noted, but after 2 weeks of use, I'm sure that's just going to get easier after time. And then also there's a little handle at the top there, which, to be honest, I haven't really used just because it's got the main brief handle. So, but you can, if it's there, it doesn't get in the way when it's when you're not using it. And yeah, that's the kind of backpack carrier, which is really cool. And when I first tested this bag, I was using it for a couple of days without kind of reading up into it straight away. I just wanted to get, hands-on. I actually didn't notice it was had a backpack carrier at all before I kind of researched the bag. And they were that hidden away that I was quite surprised. I was like, oh wow, that's a really cool feature. And yeah, you really don't notice it until you go to use it, so really neat. I'll just pop and tidy that away there as well. And do that strap up. And yeah, that's the backpack carrier. And then it's also got this luggage pass-through here, which should work with most luggage carriers, not all. It's not the longest one in the world, but you've got luggage pass-through there. So yeah, a ton of different ways to carry this bag, and all of them, I've got to say, are pretty good. There's no one that, most of the time when bags try and do this, they'll, as opposed to being like a really good backpack, they'll try and do loads of things and it won't be as good. But with this three-way bag, all of them are pretty decent, to be fair. Been impressed, and it's a really versatile bag when you're out and about. You can use it for loads of different kind of things. And then yeah, we'll get inside now, and on the front here we have got a little quick grab pocket, which is really nice because you can access this without anything else. I'll get to that in just a second. And in here I've just got my keys, and I've got my wallet as well. It's not the biggest front pocket, kind of probably like the size of my hand. It has got a little key lash there. I don't use these at all 9 times out of 10, but it's got one there if you want to use it. It's plastic, but it's definitely not a cheap one. Sometimes bags will really skip out on this area, but this one feels all right, actually kind of fits in with the bag. And then the reason I said this was nice to access if you don't have to do anything else is for the other two compartments, you really need to undo this brief handle here, which is Velcro. Takes a bit of time to get used to having to do that, and it is, to be honest, when I first started using this bag, it was just annoying having to undo that every time I wanted to access one of the compartments. But I got used to it, and it, when it's a brief, that's just one of the trade-offs you have. On the top here, you'll see we've got two different kinds of zippers. They're both YKK, as is the front one. So YKK zippers and Duraflex hardware is all solid here, all good. And yeah, this one here is like a reverse coil. And then this one here, which is the laptop, has this, I believe it's Aquaguard, but this water repellent YKK zipper here, which is just some added protection against the elements because this has got your laptop in. And that's a nice little feature, to be fair. I like that they've thought about that and included that there. So we'll go into this front compartment first, or probably the main compartment. And inside, I've just got a packing cube, just because I wanted to show you can fit a surprising amount of stuff in here. And then we've got everything else. And this isn't loaded out by any means. You can fit probably another packing cube, maybe even 2 more, or like, just one larger one. But yeah, we've got, some organization in here. So first and foremost, we've got some divider pockets. Let me bring it around like that. So one in here I can just about squeeze my 87 watt USB-C MacBook charger in. It's got 3 pen holder pockets. I don't need 3 pen holder pockets, I've just got 1. But I suppose you could put cables in here as well if you wanted to. And then this one on the far left, I've just got a little power bank there as well. So we've got 2 large pockets, 3 in the middle. Then at the back here, we've got a kind of divider pocket. I've got my long Logitech keyboard there, which I'll just pop down. And then on the front, we've got these 2 large mesh pockets, and that's really great for just little accessories, basically. So in here, I've got my, try well, you can see this on the camera, but I've just got my AirPods and I've got my iPhone charger there as well. So yeah, and I just wanted to bring up, we've got another pocket there as well, is that when you don't want to use that organization, try well you can see it, but it stays pretty flat on the bag. So you don't have to use any of it, and you can just put some massive cubes or big kind of tech cubes or tech pouches and kind of packing cubes in there and fill it out. or you can use the organization. So it's nice that it stays flat. I've been utilizing that organization. I think it's nice, but you can also put larger stuff in there as well. So a nice versatile room in the front there. I'll just zip that back up and we'll get into the laptop compartment at the back here, which is more than big enough for a 15-inch laptop. So I got my 15-inch MacBook Pro, got a new case on that as well recently, which has been a nice little addition. So that one fits nicely in there. There is no false bottom. It really just kind of hits the bottom there, as with the backpack style carry, it fits the bottom. So that's a bit of a shame because inside it's really, really padded on the front and back, just not on the bottom and on the side, which is a bit of a shame. It would have been nice to do that, but I understand this, they would have had to make the bag bigger and stuff, so I've been all right. I've enjoyed using it. Just make sure you don't slam your bag on the ground, really. And then, yeah, there's nothing else going on in there, just a big compartment for your laptop. And there we go, that's pretty much it. Really enjoyed using this bag. It's worked really well for me. I'm a big fan of this kind of three-way style bags anyway. Like the look of it. I would probably have something other than the tarp on this front, but it does add that weather resistance. And yeah, overall, enjoyed this bag. Used all the different modes of carry. There isn't one that's like, oh, that's a bit rubbish. Why do they include it? All three modes of carry were really solid. I used the messenger strap one the most, definitely, but it was really nice to be able to throw this thing on your back or carry it brief when I wanted to. So yeah, there we go. That was the Chrome Industries Vega 2.0 Transit Brief. Head on over to packhacker.com for more information, along with the best buying options that support our channel at no additional cost to you. We will see you in the next video.